Dear Africans, have you heard about Brazil's agricultural miracle? Well, Brazil has achieved what no African country, South Africa, Nigeria, Egypt, or Kenya has done in the last 60 years. Brazil has transformed into a global agricultural powerhouse, particularly in soybean production. From being a net food importer in the 1960s, Brazil not only achieved food self-sufficiency, but has now surpassed the United States, yes, the US, as the world's largest producer and exporter of soybeans. Brazil produced 153 million tons of soybeans, which is about 40% of the total global production in 2023. For context and comparison, Africa's top two producers by far, South Africa and Nigeria, produced less than 5 million tons between them. Brazil's agricultural revolution is the outcome of deliberate policies, technological advancements, and agricultural reforms, which offer valuable lessons for African nations aspiring to achieve similar success. If you're new to this channel, please remember to subscribe for similar insights on Africa's economic development. Now let's dive deeper into how Brazil pulled this off. Well, the soybean transformation began in the 1970s. Faced with economic pressures and the need to diversify its agricultural output, the Brazilian government initiated a series of policies that would lay the foundation for a booming soybean industry. In particular, the establishment of Embrapa, the Brazilian Agricultural Research Corporation in 1973, was key to this achievement. Embrapa played a central role in adapting soybean varieties to Brazil's tropical climate. Originally a crop suited for temperate regions, soybeans struggled in Brazil's warm and humid conditions. Through research and innovation, Embrapa developed new soybean varieties that are capable of thriving in the Cerrado, a vast savanna region of central Brazil that was previously unsuitable for agriculture. In 1995, Brazil implemented the Plano Real, or the Real Plan, an economic stabilization plan that helped Brazil manage hyperinflation and stabilize the economy. The plan made it easier for farmers to access credit and invest in modern farming techniques, which contributed to increased soybean production. Between 1996 and 2006, Brazil's soybean production tripled from 24 to 60 million metric tons. Another key factor behind Brazil's rise as a soybean giant has been its sustained investment in rural infrastructure and agricultural technology. In the early 2000s, the government focused on improving rural roads, dams, irrigation systems, storage facilities, and ports in order to efficiently connect soybean-growing regions to global markets. The development of new transportation routes such as the Norte-Sul or North-South Railway and the expanded port capacities reduced the costs of logistics significantly. Technological innovations such as no-till farming, precision agriculture, and improved use of fertilizers also played a pivotal role. Brazilian farmers adopted biotechnology rapidly, with genetically modified soybean varieties becoming widespread by the mid-2000s. Today, over 95% of Brazil's soybean crop is genetically modified, allowing for higher yields, pest resistance, and reduced environmental impact. Brazil's soybeans production continued to increase steadily, such that by year 2018, Brazil overtook the United States as the world's largest soybean producer and exporter. In 2023, Brazil exported 102 million tons of soybeans, valued at a whopping $54 billion. No African country has managed to earn so much from oil, gas, or solid minerals. It gets even more interesting. The majority of Brazil's soybean exports are destined for China, which has a high demand for soybeans used as animal feed. China is both the largest consumer and largest importer of soybeans in the world. For Brazil, this is like a match made in heaven. Starting in 2018, Brazil took advantage of the trade dispute between the United States and China to cement Brazil's dominance in the global soybean market, as China shifted much of its soybean purchases from the US to Brazil. This agricultural miracle goes beyond soybeans. Similar revolutions have taken place in other products such as meat, sugar, cereals, and so on. Now wait for it. Brazil's total agricultural exports surpassed $150 billion in 2023. This outstanding agricultural performance has had a huge impact on the Brazilian economy. The country's foreign reserves are over $300 billion, and the Brazilian real exchange rate to the US dollar is only 5.8 real. So, what are the key lessons for Africa? African nations have vast untapped agricultural potential, with large tracts of arable land and favorable climates for diverse crops. Brazil is also a tropical region, like many African nations. Therefore, Brazil's soybean revolution provides useful lessons for Africa's agricultural development. First, research and development. Embrapa's role in developing climate-resilient soybean varieties was central to Brazil's success. African countries need to leverage agricultural research institutions such as the International Institute of Tropical Agriculture, IITA, and create partnerships with Embrapa and other international bodies to adapt crops to local climates and soil conditions. Second, rural infrastructure development. Brazil's ability to connect remote agricultural areas to global markets was crucial. African nations need to prioritize building rural roads, ports, railways, and storage facilities to reduce transportation costs and facilitate access to international markets. Third, technological adoption. Like Brazil, Africa should embrace modern farming technologies such as precision agriculture, biotechnology, high-yield seeds, and irrigation systems. The current situation whereby African nations spend over $100 billion annually to import foods is certainly unsustainable and unacceptable. With the right reforms, Africa can also achieve agricultural development, achieve food security, and become a net food exporter, thus earning foreign exchange from the global agricultural market. Thanks for watching. I'd like to read your views in the comments section below. If you found this interesting, please like and share it. And if you're new to this channel, subscribe for similar insights on Africa's economic development.